How do you do? We're about to unfold the story of
the son of Frankenstein.
This one is probably just as bad as his father. Good morning, son.
Well, hello.
My son, you have inherited the fortune of the Frankensteins. I trust you will not inherit their fate.
By heaven, I think you're a worse fiend than your father.
What are you going to do about it? There's a monster afoot and you know it.
Well, we've warned you.
You've been warned. Welcome back to Frankenstein Minute, the podcast that dissects the Universal Frankenstein film series minute by minute. I'm Bill Evenson.
And I'm Tom Lang.
Lang. That's right. I remember.
And tomorrow is my birthday.
Oh, happy soon to birthday.
Thank you. And you join us for minute 45.
Happy birthday, Eve.
Happy birthday to every girl and boy. Hope this very special day brings you lots of joy. Hope this birthday present you get from mom and dad will make this very special day the best you've ever had.
Thank you. 45. I'm Uncle Ghoulie, and I'm 45.
Wow, what?
That was when we did Horror Incorporated. We were on Channel 45, so I had to do promos.
Really?
Their thing at the time was I'm so-and-so, and I'm 45, yeah.
And so there's promo. Do you have any of these?
I might have them somewhere, yeah.
It's where it's you and who?
Nastasha Henstridge is in one, or whatever her name was, from Species. She did one.
Wow.
I mean, we weren't in the same room. It was all edited together, but yeah.
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 Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think, what year are we talking? 2002?
2002.
Okay.
So it's the 20th anniversary.
Oh, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary.
Anyone's
Wow.
counting. Chris keeps pushing me to do something. And I just keep pushing back to not.
To do something for the anniversary?
I'm like Fred Gwynn to Herman Munster, and I'm done with it.
You're done with it?
Over it.
You're over it?
Unless someone wants to provide the facilities and suitable budget and films, I'll do it.
Yeah, right. There are horror hosts. I see it on my Facebook feed.
Well, there were a number
who do
of
stuff
them.
online now.
Yeah, there are a number of them online.
I mean, there are movies in the public domain.
Yeah.
I was looking at the other day, The Ghoul.
Pretty lengthy list. Well, The Ghoul, the public domain print is the Czechoslovakian
old print
one. It looks terrible. It's just
we should totally, absolutely, without question, do that for like our Patreons or who cares? Just do a stream of it somehow.
Okay.
Where we stream the Czechoslovakian print. Have you seen the Czechoslovakian print with the Czechoslovakian subtitles?
Yeah, that's the one that we would have shown if I chose to show it. Yeah.
Because the one I had just very blatantly had. Am I thinking of Old Dark House? Well, I don't know. I think it had it blocked off, so you could almost never see the actual.
I had a VHS of The Ghoul that was like that, where it was just a black bar would pop up,
and then every once in a while you'd see a little bit of it.
See like a little bit of it peek out. Yeah.
Peek out.
Yep.
That was the version that I liked so much, and I've said this multiple times. But once they found a great, pristine, cleaned up copy, it was like, oh, okay. I really liked it.
See,
I liked it in the original Czechoslovakia.
Yeah, John and I had that with the Gorilla.
Okay.
The Ritz Brothers and Lugosi. Yeah,
it was dark and
grew up
grainy
with these
enough.
Grainy, dark, muddy prints, and it had all this atmosphere. And then I found a really good transfer, and it's not as much fun.
Yeah.
We now join our regularly scheduled programming, already in progress.
You join us for minute 45 of 1939's Son of Frankenstein, where no one will shut Wolf up. He just keeps going.
Yeah, this is all Wolf.
He just keeps going.
It's a very Wolf-heavy minute.
Oh, it's a tough.
So we had talked last week about how Wolf's extensive examinations of something or other led to him to realize what Henry did in the first film.
Yeah.
The superviolet ray, I'm repeating it because he kind of repeats. He says, the violet ray, the ultraviolet ray. But does he even call it a superviolet ray?
No,
I found something beyond that.
Beyond that.
Maybe I made up the superviolet ray. And so he follows that up this week with, from a careful analysis of his electrical hookup, which totally sounds like bullshit.
Whatever that means, yeah.
A careful analysis of his electrical hookup. It's Kenneth Strickfaden, you can kind of hear him in the background go,
Okay.
I've learned that he actually attracted...
cosmic rays.
Good old cosmic rays.
That's right.
This is completely unnecessary.
Oh, this is just stupid. Cosmic rays not only brought the monster to life, but they created the Fantastic Four.
The Thing?
Yeah.
The Hulk?
No, that was gamma rays.
Oh, you're right. It was gamma rays. I was just trying to pick monsters that look like Frankenstein's
Look like
monster.
Frankenstein.
The Thing doesn't look like Frankenstein. Yeah, I
They-
guess
they
I did
go
get
through-
cosmic rays and gamma rays mixed
They
up.
do
so.
go through cosmic rays, at least in the original first issue.
Well,
I'm
that's
sure it's been
who cares about
retconned.
anything else? Yeah,
It's
who
been
cares?
retconned a dozen times
It's
since
like,
then.
yeah, like I was talking to somebody, a friend of mine that really likes the Bill Bixby, Lou Ferrigno Hulk series.
Oh, I like that series. Yeah.
Yeah, I keep meaning to go back to it, but it's a very of its time and has moments of ultimate cheese in it or whatever. And I always want to say it's not gamma rays in that, right? And he says, yeah, it still is.
It is.
Okay. The only thing that's changed is his name.
His name and it's slightly different origin.
Is it David Banner?
Yeah.
What's slightly different then?
It's not a bomb that.
Oh yeah.
You know,
Oh, that's
the
what's
gamma
different.
bomb or whatever.
He does it on purpose in
Yeah.
this because I feel like in the opening credits see. Your notes about Monty Python and the Beatles are no good.
They're no good now.
We were going
off on
full Hulk.
Full Hulk, yeah.
My memory is it just the first episode, or is it in every week that he talks that there's a woman lifting a car off a baby or whatever? Do you know what I'm talking about?
It's not a woman, it's the Hulk.
No. The
it's
point
in the
is,
pilot episode, though, yeah.
It is just in the pilot. Okay,
that
so
is.
he's studying that phenomenon.
Yeah.
And somehow that leads him to gamma ray. I don't.
Yeah,
Again, I'll have to go back and rewatch.
There is a little muddy, but
As it is here,
oh yes,
where we've created the Fantastic Four in one man.
Cosmic rays, which neither he nor anyone else in the world of science at that time even knew existed.
I bet you've got this, because I think I know what you're going to say. When were cosmic rays discovered?
They were something in
and by whom?
In the 20s, I thought.
Okay, I thought it was even earlier. It was in the teens.
Okay.
So you didn't write it down?
I didn't write it down.
All right, so here's what I do remember, is that the guy that is credited with discovering them discovered it in a balloon that went high up in the air. I think he might have been in the balloon, and he measured increased radiation. So by 20 years later, Roland V. Lee is like, no, this would be great.
Nobody's heard of this.
Be great. Is this in the script at all?
I don't think so. Well,
Yeah.
none of this is. None of this sequence.
This movie?
This movie isn't in the script.
But yeah, cosmic rays. I think it was a theory before that. People had found some anomalies in their radiation measurements, and of course, you send something up higher, you're going to get more cosmic rays. Here's what's weird. Cosmic Rays came up at work the other day.
Did they?
Yeah.
It's a great restaurant.
20
Cosmic Rays. It came after
He
Original
plays Ray.
Rays.
Yeah.
It came after Original Rays and
Original Rays.
Famous Rays.
Original Rays came up the other day. Where is that?
I don't know.
We had a failure. I work in IT with network switches, and we had a failure, not even at my last job, but the one before that, so a long fucking time ago. And they had no explanation for what had happened. It's just a random crash. And they did say, could have been cosmic rays. Cosmic rays can cause a single bit to flip. If everybody knows what a bit is, it's ones and zeros that actually run everything now.
Yep.
And it can cause a single bit to flip, and if it's just the right bit that flips from a 0 to a 1 or a 1 to a 0,
screw everything up.
It can cause a crash. And that the actual solution to this, as I recall it, was you could take your network switches and put them like a half a mile below the earth and put steel or lead around a big lead thing around it, so even Superman can't see what's going on. And the other day, we were seeing a presentation by a vendor that's trying to be a competitor to our existing network switches, and they said that their products are impervious to cosmic rays. I'm like, my God, we're still. Apparently, this is a real thing.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
All
I don't know.
right.
So don't just write it off.
Oh no, because he goes on. Our wolf.
Yeah, our wolf.
Do you want it or?
No, I still don't have it.
Of course, since then, many of our most profound scientists have come to believe that these rays are actually the very source of life itself.
Yeah, many of our most profound scientists.
Well, then many of your most profound scientists are idiots because that is not the case.
It's conclusively been proven to be incorrect?
It's never been proven to be correct.
Oh, are you going to tell me it's Jesus? Is this a Jesus thing?
It's not. It's never a Jesus thing. There's
You don't watch the Marvel movies, you're not caught up, but there's a scene in one of the Marvel movies where they encounter a character and they say, and Doctor Strange says, "What master do you serve?" And he goes, "What master do I serve? What am I supposed to say, Jesus?" Yeah, it's pretty funny. Anyways, no, but why is cosmic rays wrong then? Well, it could be still, right?
I suppose it could be. I didn't find any profound scientists saying that it was the source of life.
Well, I like the word profound too.
Yeah.
Profound scientists, like they're the annoying ones, basically. The ones that won't shut up.
Many of our most profoundly annoying scientists.
Because it could be cosmic rays.
Hey, it could be. There's no evidence either way, I think.
Oh, okay. I'll buy that, but it doesn't mean it's wrong.
No, it doesn't mean it's wrong, but it doesn't mean it's...
Yeah, I remember, It's like too many strikes against the sentences. The sentence.
Yeah.
Many is problematic when there's zero. And then profound, which I'm not even sure what it means in this context. Like a profound scientist, just sounds like somebody who's maybe should focus more on science.
Should not be spouting off.
All right, well, that's what we've got. That's what we're left with, because that's what Roland V. Lee thought about cosmic rays.
I guess so.
And a short 25 years later, they would create, or 20-some years later, the cosmic rays will create the Fantastic Four.
That is proven.
That's true.
That's true.
That's true. If you go high enough.
Yeah.
Is that what they did? They just went up in the atmosphere for
I
a
think it was an experimental thing that Reed Richards was doing, that apparently you don't need clearance.
So 63, would you say?
Yeah, 62, 63.
Maybe 62. So that's what we were doing then. That's the best we could do, is we went up into the upper atmosphere. And what are you talking about? Like, who was before Neil Armstrong? Who was the big one that went up there? Joe Glenn or John Glenn. So he has the ability to stretch his arms really long.
He does.
Yeah.
He doesn't like to,
He doesn't do it much.
he doesn't like to show off.
Yeah, he does it when he's invisible, because he has that too.
He's got that too. But he can also burst into flame.
Yeah, but he doesn't look like a big rock monster. That's all made up. That's Stan Lee's magic.
Totally bullshit.
That's Jack Kirby and Stan Lee coming up with something.
Yep.
All right. Is that it? You got anything? You got any more cosmic ray material?
No, but they do make a good Philly cheesesteak.
Yeah, cosmic rays. Yeah, cosmic rays. Visit Cosmic Rays. I think that's still up on 45th.
Yeah, I think so.
Made up a number.
Yep.
But it's the same number you
45.
use. It's not. That's about as poorly made up as it can be.
Yep. Then he crosses over to the monster.
Well, before
this is a monster indeed.
Before that, I got a little bit left. What is that barrel suspended in the background?
That's a weird thing.
It's a weird
it shows up
barrel.
Later too. It's
like an oil barrel.
It's
what it looks
actually
like.
part of a piece of the lab equipment.
Yeah, it's just, you can see where it's suspended from the.
It's like it comes up and it goes
like the
off.
hangman. Like if you're playing hangman.
Yeah.
And you wanted to
create
suspend a barrel. That's what it looks like.
That's what you do.
And it also, to me, looks like the probe from Star Trek 4. It it's like that size and shape and color.
Yeah.
So I'm going to call it that.
Okay.
Also, Rathbone takes all of this desperately seriously. I really like the way he takes it so seriously. It is over the top, but he means it. I just think it's important to point it out.
Yeah.
Like, he's fascinated, and we have no reason to think Benson's still listening. But he means it.
He's balancing his checkbook.
He's like, this is so fucking great. I can't believe it. It's cosmic ray. I should have known it was fucking cosmic rays. And the idea here is...
he's very earnest about it.
Very earnest is a great word. What the idea here is discovered how to create life, and it's cosmic rays. Should have known it would be cosmic rays.
What else would it be?
I mean, especially when many of our most profound scientists are already working on this.
That's
like,
right.
there's going to be Frankensteins all over the place.
Overrun with monsters.
An army of Frankensteins, if you will.
Yes. There's also Frankenstein's Army.
That's another movie?
It's another movie, yeah.
Okay.
Neither of which I've had the intestinal fortitude to actually...
You didn't go pleasure.
No, I don't.
You went intestinal
I
fortitude.
don't think there's pleasure to be found in either Army of Frankensteins or Frankenstein's Army. Also something called Frankenstein Created Bikers, which I haven't had the strength to watch.
Okay.
I did watch Rock and Roll Frankenstein, which is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you done with Frankenstein?
Frankenstein's, yeah.
I hear you. Wolfman minute.
Yep. Wolf crosses over to the monster almost reverentially. And then he says the dumbest line in the entire film.
And we might need to parse it word by word. What does he say?
There's not one part of his physical being that's like that of human being.
Oh, that part. I don't even have anything for that yet.
Oh, really?
I assume he's talking about... So there's not one part that's like that of human beings. Well, your problem with this is every
part of him is
came
like human
from a human being. Yeah. But then once it got zapped by cosmic rays, it's like...
see, then I guess
it's like
mutated.
It's like the Invisible Girl. That can happen. You need to understand.
There is documented proof
Fantastic
of that,
Four is part of this universe.
Yeah. Yeah, no part of his physical being is like that of a human being. Has no one connected with this movie seen Frankenstein at this point then?
I mean, it was last week that they were quoting
they were quoting
the
it
whole
directly,
first film.
And now it runs completely counter.
Well, I'm going to go ahead
You're
and say
saying
it's the cosmic rays.
that mutated him?
Like, are you familiar with the Fantastic Four? Oh, we talked about that.
We're done. I suppose it's all kind of part of this film's kind of mythologizing of the monster.
Yes, that's very true.
You know, it is, you know, I think a Fantastic Four is a good analogy because it is kind of comic booky science at this point.
Well, like I was talking about it 6 weeks ago or whatever, how I enjoy watching him poke and prod the monster. Like he's going to say, he's this tall, he has this many hit points, he could beat up Dracula, he could do this. It like, that is that.
Yeah, it's definitely like a comic book character at this point.
Yeah.
And only at this point, because moving forward I watched Ghost of Frankenstein a couple weeks ago, just for the hell of it.
For the hell of it.
And I actually found myself enjoying it a lot. And the monster does quite a bit throughout the film. Not necessarily well, but it does a lot.
Just off the top of my head, I can think of a couple of things he does that are more interesting character moments than anything that happens in this film. I shouldn't say anything. He's got a little bit.
He's got a little bit.
A little bit.
And then after that, there's nothing.
Well, then the movie's over.
This
movie does end.
No. After Ghost of Frankenstein, then there's...
Oh, after that,
there's nothing.
There was some extensive scenes cut from the following film, so that we have to take that into account.
We do.
But it doesn't change what happens after that.
I don't know that the
He
film
reacquires the ability to speak.
I don't know that film would be better with those scenes reinstated, because I've read them and they're...
And you can picture Lugosi saying them in Igor's voice.
It's still not good. I mean, you've read it.
Do you think... Yeah. Do you think he did it in the Igor voice?
I would hope so, because I mean, that's whose brain it's supposed to be, and apparently when you transplant the brain, the vocal cords are affected.
That's right. You've got a guy who talks the way he does for three specific reasons. There's three things that determine the Igor voice. Being born in Hungary.
Yeah, that has a lot to do.
Having a broken neck.
Yeah.
And wearing a very annoying dental appliance. So
he doesn't have that, though, in Ghost of Frankenstein.
No, it starts to fall apart.
He's seen the orthodontist, apparently. He went and had his hair
on the way.
Went and had his hair cut, got some new clothes, got his spine fixed a little bit.
We'll see. We'll have to see how that turns out. Okay.
All right. From his warped brain.
Here we go again.
All right.
What do you got for that?
I'll give him that one.
You really? Okay, so you'll give him that one?
It's canonical at this
point. Canonical.
So I'll give him that.
But you're still not happy about it, but it's canonical.
I think it's a dumb idea, but I'll give it to him.
And if it's a dumb idea, then Roland V. Lee will tell Rathbone to say it, basically. I honestly can't disagree at this point.
Yeah. Down to the tiniest argumentative cell of his huge carcass. Not sure what he's talking about.
A lot of words here. Argumentative cells is dumb. That's fucking dumb.
Yeah.
But is he referring to that thing we talked about whenever?
The semen in his blood?
The semen. The fact that his blood is fighting with his own blood or whatever?
Maybe.
Argumentative.
It must be. I don't really know.
Does argumentative have another meaning I'm unaware of?
I Googled argumentative cell. I got nothing.
Okay. Thanks for doing that extra work, because I didn't even do that.
A lot of it was like, are you protesting your cell phone bill? Was mostly what I got. So, unless that's what
it is, all written from the standpoint of the people at the cell phone company mocking the argumentative people calling. Yeah. Or I guess if you call in and you get an argument, that would be bad too. Carcass is good. So this is pretty definitive. The fact that he uses carcass is very...
One thing I meant to point out, we got a little bit ahead, is from this angle, looking at the monster, he's sort of in the foreground, and Wolf is behind him, or alongside him.
And the probe from Star Trek 4 is between them.
You can see Karloff's eyes fluttering here and there.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and I think it's because he's entered REM sleep, because he's been laying there so fucking long without anything to do.
Karloff's actually entered REM.
Yep.
Could be. I mean
he has had... that could have been a dummy for this whole sequence, and it wouldn't have mattered. I mean,
it matters
other
to
than the
me.
verisimilitude of actually having Karloff there in that costume at the time, but he has had, all he's done is lay there.
What's verisimilitude mean?
Street cred, I guess. I don't know.
Okay, I see
you
what
know
you
what
mean.
you know what it means.
I don't know. I didn't know for sure what you meant. You've stated it here, and now I see what you mean, and I like it.
Yeah.
Like I've said that before.
Yeah.
If you're going to make this scene, I'm glad you had Boris Karloff
Yeah.
as opposed to a dummy.
I have too, and I'm just saying, for all he's had to do. No, I'm glad it's Karloff too.
Yeah.
It adds to it.
He's mostly rug from this angle.
Yeah. Unearthly.
My dog would like it. She likes a good rug.
Yeah.
She'd
Maggie
be
would,
poking and prodding
Maggie
at that,
would-
digging in that
digging,
rug.
Yeah, Maggie would love it. He's unearthly.
Yeah, I love the word unearthly.
Again, though, reference 1931 Frankenstein.
Is it?
He's not unearthly.
Oh, I see. That's incorrect.
Yeah.
You're disputing this
Disputing the
assessment.
word unearthly.
Well, he's not literally unearthly,
Okay.
but in some ways he is. He was
He's unnatural,
He was
I'll say that.
created by cosmic rays. Those came from outside of Earth.
They did, and they are the source of all life.
Well, many of our most profound scientists think so, but at least in this case, we know it to be true.
Yeah.
You can go ahead and assume that you agree with many of our most profound scientists. That's on you, Tom.
Yeah.
But I'm not saying one way or the other. What I'm saying is this monster was brought to life by cosmic ray.
Yeah. all right,
Period.
Sure.
And therefore he is unearthly.
He's unearthly.
Yeah.
Fine.
And now, if many of our profound scientists determined that
Not-
you were too, or at least your ancestors were, then that's not unearthly.
Yeah.
That's Earth. Well, I guess it still is.
Because it comes from outer
Still
space.
makes it unearthly.
Yeah. Comes from out of Earth's atmosphere. Is that?
Yeah, that's what makes it unearthly.
Okay. All right.
I just like the word unearthly, and I think it's cool.
Again, it's the mythological.
And all he says is
monster.
blah 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 blah, comma, he's unearthly, which is like that's kind of. I think it sounds cool.
I mean, it's another way, I guess, to say he's unnatural or
Yes,
weird.
which he is.
He
He's
is.
supernatural.
All right. Then now he goes completely off the rails here. You can't argue.
I don't know. What does he say
He
next?
says, every fantastic story
Okay.
told of him by the people of Frankenstein, I now to believe to be absolutely true.
Here's what I have for that: tossing flowers into the pond with little Maria. Absolutely true. Smoking cigars with the blind hermit. Absolutely
Absolutely
true. Raping my mother on her wedding night. Absolutely true. So I don't know what he's referring to.
I have no idea.
I assume it's those three. Those have got to be the three events.
Well, and killing the Newmans, I guess, would be absolutely true.
I now believe that to be absolutely true, even though we could hear that she was okay.
Yeah.
She seemed fine, actually.
she's-
Frau Newman.
Yeah, Frau.
She's fine. She's a
You know her.
Quit.
You know Frau Newman.
quit
You know
being
that-
such a diva.
You know how that one is.
Who has time for Frau Newman?
Frau Newman.
I thought you were doing Frau Blucher.
No, it was
That's
Jerry
it. You're
Seinfeld.
doing Newman. Yeah. Yeah. Every story I now believe to be absolutely true, including
Well-
does he knows about the arm too,
Yeah, I mean, P.T. Barnum said there's one born every minute.
and that's
That's
so you're
our
not.
Wolf. That's our Wolf here. He's buying into it.
And why don't you? What story do you know that he's buying into
No,
that you
I
disagree
don't
with?
know. I'm just.
Do you believe the story of him being 50 feet tall and shooting lasers out of his eyes?
I saw a picture of it, so yes.
It's on your shirt. Do you want to talk about your shirt?
Oh, the shirt. Yeah, this I picked up at Universal Studios. It's they have 4 murals on one of their, I don't know if it's a soundstage or whatever, one of their buildings. Artist named Tristan Eaton,
Okay.
and he did these all with just spray paint cans. They had a little time lapse video that they showed in the tram of him doing it.
That's cool.
Yeah, I no idea how you could
Wow.
accomplish all that. And then, granted, it's like 30 feet tall or more.
Yeah, yeah.
It's absolutely huge.
But one of them is when I saw the shirt, the thing that stuck out to me the most,
One of the things
one of the things I mentioned is the guy from the original poster.
Yeah.
And in fact, we talked about it because we got the Blu-ray set that
Yeah.
shows part of the poster that was
Is
the original Bela Lugosi poster.
announcement.
And the monster looks he's a
It's like
fine-looking gentleman,
surly looking guy.
normal looking, yeah, a little
Hair's
surly.
Hair's a little tousled, but other
Yeah,
than that,
other than that, looks like just some guy
But
who
he's-
is 50 feet tall and has the clothes that fit a 50-foot tall person.
Yeah.
And lasers coming out of his eyes.
which is directly out of Mary Shelley.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Yeah, that would have been a more accurate.
Yeah, Kenneth
supposed to be the-
Branagh ran out of money, or he would have been 50 foot tall with lasers coming out of his eyes.
50-foot tall De Niro
De Niro, yeah.
with lasers.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. Well, you've got a shirt with Darth Vader with I guess not lasers but lightning coming out of his hand.
Really?
There's a little theme here.
Well, no, lightning does come out of the Emperor's hands in
Yeah, but
Return of the Jedi.
you've got-
Star Wars had lost me by that point. I don't get the
Jedi?
love for Return of the Jedi.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, I guess grew out of it or whatever.
Well,
I don't know.
yeah, I mean,
there
that
are things
was-
I like about it.
There's stuff that's good in it.
It's like
little more-
a okay finish to what should have been Star Wars.
Yeah.
And then there was a lot more to come.
Yeah.
It now seems like a very frighteningly short period of time between 1983 and 1999 when they
Kinda
started doing even more.
Kind of does.
You got anything else for this minute?
I, as a man, should destroy him.
Are you talking about me? Are you, Tom, going to destroy me?
Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
talking
Yes,
about
I have
Wolf.
that as well.
Yeah. That's where the minute ends.
That's where it
He
ends.
picks up a scalpel. And I just think he should ask Dr. Baldwin how that works
Yeah,
out.
here's what I have. Does Wolf know what happened to Baldwin?
Yeah.
It is exact same thing. Yeah. But you might argue that he has a better chance of success here. The monster doesn't
monster's
seem...
dormant or
Yeah, he
whatever.
seems more dormant.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Than
think
just
he-
a shot with some hypodermic.
Yeah.
A hastily arranged hypodermic in whatever year that was.
So you're assuming the first film doesn't take place in 31.
I started to say 31
Yeah.
and then just left.
No,
but
I know it doesn't. It's some sort of fairy tale.
unless
time.
Wolf is 7 here, I don't. Or what would he be? 3, I guess.
Yeah.
I guess
yeah.
he'd be 3 or 4. I don't think that's true, is what I'm saying. That's my argument here. But I think it's a valid theory, a valid plan. Dissect the monster. Just take him
apart.
put it
Yeah.
into pieces.
Yeah, if he can't die, like Igor says.
Yeah. Does he say that?
Yeah.
When did he already say
in
it?
the crypt.
He did say that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cannot die.
I forgot this
That's
movie.
what he says.
This is Place of the Dead is as far as I got in my head.
They're all dead here.
And nobody's dead.
Maybe
I
they're
guess.
all dead. Maybe that's why
It's a
there are no
dream.
Nazis and stuff. It's all sort
See,
of
yep, this is like an imaginary Germany in
Yeah.
1939.
Yep, that's all I got.
That's all I got. I just wanted
Thanks
to
for
say,
everybody to-
yeah,
for
I
voting
do
for
want to
us.
congratulate you on the
Yeah, you too.
Rondo
Yeah,
Award.
that was quite an honor.
They're sending one out, which is weird.
Yeah.
We have to figure out. I'll have it on Mondays,
Well,
Wednesdays.
otherwise, I've got a bandsaw. We could just cut it in half.
I've got a band saw is always a good way to start a conversation. I'm in. Let's just say it that way.
I've got a pretty good arsenal of power tools.
But you're also a sculptor.
I am.
So do you think if we did cut it in half, you could make the other
Sculpt
half?
the other half. Honestly, what I would do is probably make a mold of it.
Just a mold and
And
make a
just
second
make our
one,
own, yeah.
and then ask me if I can pick out which one's the original. I wouldn't be able to, so you just give me the copy, and then
Claiming it's the
I'd
original.
have it and I'd show it to everybody all the time. Look at this! I won a Rondo Award, and then little would I know.
Yep.
First of all, not only
On my
do I not
deathbed,
have it,
on my deathbed, I think I would confess to you that, yeah, that Rondo was bogus.
there's only one problem with this story. I have to outlive you in order for this to happen, and that
You
seems
don't see-
highly unlikely.
That's it. Oh,
Yeah, really.
You weren't at my last doctor visit, were you?
That's true. I haven't seen the numbers.
Thank you.
Haven't seen the numbers. All right, let's
Well,
talk
you
about the
can-
numbers.
you can-
Join us on Patreon this week where we
Follow
discuss
us-
the numbers.
Follow us on my
Follow
chart.
us on my chart. Oh boy.
Christ.